didn't even know who God was, whatever it was, everything. 19 years ago. I was so down in the dumps, and this would be my secret place that I would go in my little couple $100 Honda Civic is what I had. I mean, so many things that went wrong, you know, in my life at that point. And I was only like 18 at that point in time. Well, going on 19. And I was just sitting here. I needed some time away to reset. That's my thing. And it's always good to have a reset time. And as you can see, it's moving. You know, life is moving. I mean, I don't care what it looks like out here, but this will always be my spot. But anyway, so on this journey throughout 19 years, I've met some wonderful people. I've dealt with a lot of issues. I've dealt with a lot of ministry. Whatever it was, I found God. Well, actually, he already found me, but he was the one that's been really there for me throughout the whole time. And I can't believe, like, I'm sitting here 19 years later, and he had pulled me out of so many things that one day I will have in a book or something. But if you're ever feeling low, find a point and just look at the highest peak of the highest mountain. You see that? That's my mountain right there. Like, I love that spot. And just to sit and think and get out of my brain. But we need to get out of our brains, you know, and allow things just to happen. And it's okay if we've been raped, whatever. We can forgive. We have to forgive ourselves. It's not our faults. But we also have to forgive ourselves. We forgive our people that has hurt us. We just have to forgive and let go. And this is actually good, you know. And it's for a purpose. Believe it or not. It might sound condescending or whatever it is. But all the things that we go through is for a purpose. Even when you have to get married or something, don't be ashamed of being who you are and your story. I had learned that. I was so ashamed of myself and what I've went through, but it's okay to let go and trust that person. I never trusted people, but I have one person in this whole wide world that I trust, because that person doesn't judge me for anything that I have done. I don't judge that person, you know, or anything like that. But I was able to be released from those issues and those fears of people not liking me or getting hurt again. And the true thing that really helped me was, for me personally, was having animals come to me, wild animals that could harm me with all types of scratches, bruises, death, all of that. But they chose not to hurt me. So, like bears, I've encountered a lot, but it's all good. So now I sit at Beluga Point 19 years later. Not perfect, but recovering. The recovering process, that's what it is. We have to start recovering what we're doing. I mean, a lot of pastors, even though I'm a pastor, it doesn't matter. They say that, of course, and it's real, that you're going to recover all, but what does that really entail? That means that you're going to have to go back all the way back to the beginning, and you're going to have to look at everything. And yes, it's going to hurt, and yes, it's always going to be something, but it's going to be even better, when you look at it and actually see what you could do better. I mean, look how far you've come. Come on now. Like, I know you're in your depression state. I have that too. I know how to control it, and sometimes my anxiety goes left field or whatever, and this is where I come back to. If I'm in the house too long, I get jacked up. But I'm in the process of recovering. So right now, I'm in the beginning where I had to come back to Alaska, where I was first born in the spirit, and dealt with all my big mental health issues and whatnot. And I'm recovering things. You know, I'm recovering my life back. I have had a good job, a great job at the hospital that I actually went to my mental health. Like, that is a recovery thing right there. You know, to be able to have the hospital call you to talk to you about getting a job or whatever at the same hospital that they said that, you know, where you're at your peak on suicide and all that stuff. You think God isn't real? He's real. I mean, I didn't even grow up with that knowledge, but I knew something was pulling me. Um, but I'm very grateful at this point in my life. And yes, I'm not perfect, but we all have to be grateful. We're overcomers. Look how far you've come. I know I've come a great deal. And I've been inspired by many, many people that have gone through. And I believe in you so much. I believe in your healing, and I believe in your recovery process. We have to just go back and recover it, you know, and start fresh. But you're starting with equipped knowledge and wisdom to be able to go into the next. So recovering is good. Don't just allow God just to think that God's going to do it all for you. You have to actually work yourself. You have to work it out, and you have to be a team builder. Let the process, just trust the process going through. And I know I'm just babbling on, but the Oil Runner Services is right there for you. I'm not trying to do all that, but as the pastor, I'm going to let y'all know God is real, and God is for you. He is all about you. He is all about the positive, and He is all about just having a good relationship with you. That's all He wants. And, you know, and to be able to give to you so that you can help others as well. So whatever you get, even though if you're down in the dumps, you can still take off a piece of that bread to help somebody else, and watch how far you're going to get blessed. You know, so let it happen. Just do what you need to do in positivity. Don't let things go, and don't get too far into your mind. Step away from a minute, and then let it just go. Let everything go. And just let God do His thing, because we didn't make the mountains. You see that mountain over there? We didn't make it. We didn't. But it's there. I mean, could you imagine what's down underneath that ocean? I mean, how far that mountain goes down even below? All the birds and the fish and the whales. In this place, you get beluga whales in Alaska right here. Orcas, humpbacks, gray whales. But it's more belugas out here. And seals and sea lions. But imagine what you can see down there. What you can't see down there. There are homes for those little places in that mountain for those little fish to go in. The corals, whatever's down there is down there, and it is already provided for. So what makes you think He's not going to be able to provide for you in your life? You know, on the top, there's a spot for the birds or whatever animals are out there that have to live out there. The trees, I mean, it's gorgeous. The snow falls every season, has a reason for something. And you know, the train will go by. Like, everything is just there. God is there. He has never left you, nor has He forsaken you. Like, that means He has never left you, nor has He turned His eye away from you, His face away from you. Just because you've sinned, just don't blaspheme Him or blasphemize Him. Like, He doesn't like that. That's not cool. That's like the ultimate sin. But anything that you do, no matter what, He still loves you. And I didn't get that until recently. I mean, I knew it, but now that I'm recovering, I'm a recovering addict. I'm recovering, you know, like all of that. So dealing with all that, and the alcohol, the drugs, the sex, whatever it was, it's a process. But I'm glad I have someone that I can build with during that process, you know, and I'm not alone. It may look like I'm alone, but I'm not. There's hope, there's faith, there's love and kindness and gentleness and wisdom and purity. Protect your purity, you know, don't go off the hinges. You'll be okay. But I just wanted to give that little bit of wisdom. That's my first pastoring quote unquote sermon, whatever. Like, I'm a little different as a pastor. So I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm not the typical. I may go in typical for a minute, for a second if I have to, but I'm with you. Like, I am with you. I am real. Not saying that other pastors ain't real, but I'm real. Like, you know, I'm gonna come with you. I'm gonna walk with you, whatever it is has to do. But because I know God did it for me, and I know He could do it for you, and that's all I want to show you is the love that He gave for me to you, and to help you, to teach you how to get out and how to do what these things. So let's recover together. We're going to recover everything together, and let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm proud of you. Whoever you are, you can contact whatever it is. I mean, God will put whatever is in there. But don't let the enemy try to take you out. I'm loving all these little icebergs. And so, little things, we're just gonna, as I go out into the wild, this is where my church is. We are the church. Outside is where, for me, is where it's at. So there's going to be different teachings on that. So just bear with it. You know, everybody has a different taste, and I have so much creativity that's been given to me as a gift, and I want to help you get your gift out too. But here it is, officially. This is not about me, but this is a little announcement at the end. But yeah, a little official announcement of a new pastor in town. So this is pastoring from Alaska. Wherever I may be at, I'll be doing it a little, you know, out here. But the word is out there, and the word is moving. You see those icebergs or the ice seas moving. It's never stopped in all the seasons. So if you see that, that would definitely know that your blessings are right there. And if you just keep going with the flow, let Him do what He needs to do, and not fight against the currents, you're going to be okay. So, that being said, amen. And Jesus, you know, Jesus is the way, Yahweh. Just keep it real. Keep it real with people, no matter what walk of life you're in. Just keep it real, and don't give up. Let's just Pastor Love right here.